Hit Breakfast with Dan and Christy with Izzy, and this guy is a multi-instrumentalist. He writes and records under the name Bully Hay. His real name's Jonathan, but I'll tell you what, this is a great new song. It's called Lovers Get High. He's got a brand new album out. It's called Anywhere But Here, and he joins us right now here in the studio. Bully Hay, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Now, it's wonderful to see you. Last time I saw you, you were on stage with the great Jeff Martin from the Tea Party, and you and him were just playing a song together, and it was music to my ears. It must have been an amazing tour.
It was fantastic. Yeah, we ended up doing 2 tours all across Australia, and bloody mind-blowing. It was great.
Now, it's been a little over a year since your debut album came out, is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
How's the reception been now that it's been that long? Like, are you still getting people sending you messages being like,
Yes.
hey, I'm vibing this?
Yeah, and it's great, like, just being a Tassie boy and, playing music down here for about 20 years, and then this one and, going interstate and travelling all around, getting these messages from people in WA and far north Queensland and kind of still right into these songs. It's been fantastic. And that first album's still kind of charting on the air charts, like, after all that time as well. So it's good to do, good to see, and good to get into the next one.
So with this album too, did you get Jeff to help out? I know he helped out with the last album, or what was this one produced by?
He produced the last album, kind of did all the engineering and that kind of thing for me. This one was all self-produced by me and my mate Drew at my home studio. We had a couple of mixing engineers just kind of tighten things up at the end, but this one was like the little ducks find their wings and go off on their own without Jeff.
Yeah.
Mama Jeff?
Yeah, Mama Jeff, yeah.
So it sounds like you're already thinking about your next album. What goes through your head when that happens? Because I know sometimes people talk about this pressure of comparing it to the first album, or is it nice to have a blank slate to do whatever you want?
Yeah, well, with Anywhere But Here, this one that's only been out, I think, 2 weeks now, but it took a year to create. That one, you're kind of thinking in the back of your mind, I hope it's not too similar to the one before, but at the same time, you can get caught up in your own head, and it's a trap to try to write it for someone else or how it's going to sound for someone else. You've just got to do it. Otherwise, it's not authentic because you're trying to be something you're not. This one came out, and I'm already writing for the next one. You're kind of sick of your own songs after the first one comes out. I'm over it. I'm
and you hear it so much and you play it every single night.
No one else has heard it, but I've heard it about 1,000 times. So it comes out and you want to be promoting it, but at the same time you're like, oh.
Imagine how U2 feels every time you're like, I've got to play Streets Have No Name again. You're like, I'm so sick of this song. But it's good that you've toured with a lot of amazing people too, like, Jeff Martin from the Tea Party that we said earlier, the Wolf Brothers, Boy and Bear. How good has it been on the road with some of these awesome artists?
Yeah, well, I did years ago I did a tour with Ash Grunwald and the other, like, Boy and Bear and Wolf Brothers, like, I know Nick and Tom, like, for a long time through the scene, but didn't so much tour with them, but just did a few gigs here and there. And Boy and Bear we met at Festivale this year.
Everything's started this year.
Yeah, so we opened up for them there. It's cool getting to meet these bigger bands and get their perspective on life and touring.
And who's on the dream board? Like, anyone you want to do a dream collab with?
Eddie Vedder, I would do.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Big fan of Pearl Jam. Did you see them when they came down last time?
Not last time, the time before I did.
Yeah. Unreal.
They just keep nailing it, don't they?
So has he kind of shaped your sound? Like, who did you listen to? And are you listening to any artists right now that kind of give you inspirato?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a mongrel when it comes to music, like a bit of everything.
Okay.
But, I grew up on Paul Kelly and Crowded House, Powderfinger and, the grungier stuff like Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and that kind of thing, 9 Inch Nails and then drifting into metal and stuff. So it's kind of all a big mash. But at the moment, I'm listening to The War on Drugs.
Yeah, okay.
Just kind of, it's like Bob Dylan and Dire Straits had a baby.
A two-headed baby.
Yeah.
Tasmanian baby.
So I imagine as a singer-songwriter, you've done your time doing lots and lots of pub gigs and maybe weddings as well.
Yep.
What's the main song that you get asked to cover, and what's your favourite song to cover?
Well, it's Running Up That Hill. It's this Kate Bush one that
love
we've
that.
ended up recording that and putting this on this latest album. People are asking for that all the time because it's such a different version tone from the original. Like, it's an acoustic-based kind of open tuning song, and people can still sing along to it, and it starts soft and it escalates and becomes this big, loud kind of ending. So,
well, last time you came into the studio, you played it for Christy. You brought her to tears. We'll play a little bit of it now. You do have a beautiful voice. And what do you do to warm up those vocals with the pipes?
There's a bit of tequila and a cigarette.
We're going to start doing that, Dan.
Yeah.
Every
We
morning.
should do that every morning from 6 a.m. That'd be a completely different show. Unhinged.
When I was recording the first album with Jeff Martin, we'd do a vocal take and he goes, I think you need to have a shot of whiskey, go outside and have a cigarette, come back and do it again.
To go deep throat a cactus and then start. Well, thanks for joining us, Bully Hay. Appreciate it, mate, on the Dan and Christy Show with Issy this morning.
Thanks very much.